Hi everyone, this video will be about 3 or 4 minutes and it's for people who have faith in God and also for people who are not sure. So I hope it's an encouragement to everyone. Just some verses I'm going to read from one of the songs in the Bible, Psalm 46, and then a few thoughts as an invitation for all of us. So it says, verse 6 of Psalm 46, "Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. God lifts his voice, the earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come and see the works of the Lord, the desolations he has brought on the earth." I want to invite you this morning to an amazing opportunity to come and see reality, to see truth. In verse 8, there's this invitation, come and see. And the word see there, it means come and perceive, come and think, come and realize what God is doing. Sherlock Holmes speaks to his colleague Watson, doesn't he, sometimes? And he says, "Watson, you and I see the same things. The problem is you only see, you do not observe." In other words, there's something underneath just the evidence that is there to be seen. Another example, Julia, my wife, often leaves clean clothes that have been washed on the stairs. And we all walk past them. We see them with our eyes, but we fail to see the message behind them, which is, please pick us up, take us into your room and put us in your drawers. All the lads see that. I see it. We just don't see it. And so here's this invitation. Do you want to see the truth? Here's just a few thoughts then. 3 things very briefly. Number 1, well, the nations are in a mess. I mean, isn't that a bit obvious? Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. This is often masked by our success, our financial prosperity, our holidays, our happiness, our hobbies, games, family. All the things that are good can often mask the reality that something is not right. The world isn't as it should be. Well, we've all woken up to that, haven't we? See. Do you see it? It only takes a tiny thing to knock us down. Kingdoms fall. Well, if kingdoms fall, what hope do we have? So that's the first thing. Do you see the nations are in a mess? I hope you do. I'm not going to leave you there, though. Secondly, what else do we see? The answer is that God is doing all this. Now, often people say, why does God allow this? That's not fair. Why does God do this? That's not right. Can I suggest a more helpful question? Why doesn't God do this more often? After all, daily we receive from him blessings, friendship, love, health, strength, money, food. We bask in the sunshine that he gives. We enjoy the blessings that he provides. And we ignore him. Most of the time, we don't thank him. So we're happy to blame him when things go wrong, and we're just as happy to ignore him when everything is wrong, when everything is right. Why doesn't God do this more often? Well, can you see this? God is doing this. It says, God lifts his voice, the earth melts. God is doing this. God is real. He has all the power. Jesus says, don't just fear people who can hurt your body or kill you, but fear God who judges. Okay, well, that's 2 challenging things. I want to give you some encouragement for the third thing, and it's this. There's a way of escape. There's a way of hope. In verse 7, we have this verse, "The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress." This is a great promise. It's an invitation. It's an offer. 2 things. First of all, personal relationship with God. The Lord Almighty is with us. And secondly, powerful protection from God. The God of Jacob is our fortress. A personal relationship with God and powerful protection from God. These are offered to us in this psalm, in the midst of the nations collapsing, and in the midst of the reality that God is doing all this. The earth is melting. God says, but I'm offering you a personal relationship with me and powerful protection from me. And they go together. If we want peace, if we want hope, if we want certainty in these terribly uncertain times, God says you can have it. But it isn't free. It involves us being in a personal relationship with him. Now, this is in the Old Testament. About 1,000 years later, Jesus turns up. You won't be surprised to hear me mention his name. The answer to all of this is found in Jesus Christ. I won't say any more about that now, but if you want to know personal relationship with God and powerful protection from God in the midst of the earth melting, Jesus is the answer. More about this in a few days. If you want to know more, feel free to get in touch, message me, and we can chat if you want to know more. Every blessing, press on, be encouraged, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye-bye.